Why do you think this piece of green paper is worth $100? And this one, absolutely nothing. It's not the printing or the metallic thread. It's because we all agree to it. Those are the rules we all buy into.
Conformity makes civilization possible. Without this ingrained motivation to go along with other people, it would be chaos.
Our entire society is based on following laws and rules. But what happens when the rules turn out to be completely ridiculous? Will people still go along? Social psychologist C. Nathan DeWall is setting up an experiment to find the answer.
How's that?
Looks great.
DeWall and his research team are rigging hidden cameras inside this aviation museum. Next, they post a sign in the lobby with a polite but stern directive. Please walk only on the line.
People are fundamentally motivated to conform with others.
As our species grew in numbers, we needed to create rules. They're our way of signposting to the rest of us what the group is doing, and they're unimaginably powerful.
Here's the line we want them to walk. It begins 40 feet from the nearest exhibit and leads away from everything else. You wouldn't follow rules that make absolutely no sense. Or would you?
Okay.
Let's see what some typical museum visitors will do.
Let the games begin, right?
It's Saturday at the museum, and this family has no idea they're walking straight into a psychological experiment.
There you go. Thanks.
They see the sign, and they fall in line. They do as they've been told.
That's amazing. Look at that.
Watch Dad. He's straining to see the exhibit some 40 feet away. But does he lead the line? Nope. Conformity rules. Think that's just beginner's luck for the research team? Think again. Time after time, people walk the line. He's walking the line like a balance beam. Mom and the kids do it too.
That's amazing. The child asked his mom, "Mommy, do we have to walk down the red line?" She said, "Yes, you have to, but I don't know why." This really gets at the heart of what it means to conform. People do it and they don't even know why they're doing it.
But why are they following this line to nowhere? For one important biological reason. It feels good. Crazy, but true. When we follow the rules, we stimulate this section of the brain, the ventral striatum.
So the same part of your brain that gives you pleasure from sex and from sweets also gives you pleasure from conforming with others.
Who's gonna say no to sex and candy? But when we don't conform, another part of the brain, the anterior cingulate cortex, sends out a sensation that feels more like punishment. It's our own internal cattle prod. That's what gave us the evolutionary nudge to stick with the pack. But would our brains compel us to do something really absurd?
To get even more absurd, now the line zigzags across the lobby.
We're gonna go point 1, point 2.
This is an obstacle course of conformity that we're giving. Okay, so let's do it.
To increase their motivation, we're gonna up the stakes with a couple of small details, what scientists call visual cues. Imagery that instantly conveys information about how to behave or what to think, like this official-looking seal. Ever since ancient Rome, seals are the stamp of approval. Literally, a shorthand of power and authority for people to follow. To up the ante, DeWall tosses in one final ingredient, the enforcer.
Hey, Saul, you are our authority figure, and now you're famous for having a grimace on your face. You're going to be standing right by our sign that tells people to follow this line. Now, what we think is that just by having you there, that they're going to be more likely to conform a lot more.
It's a done deal.
Now that Saul and the seal are in place, will this intelligent-looking couple walk a crazy line just because the sign tells them to? They've bought their tickets. The exhibits are to the left. Come on, people, exercise some free will.
They're not only walking the line, but they're walking on every single inch of it as if it's a tightrope.
They're no match for the power of conformity. Even age and wisdom follow the line. But what if we replace the absurd with something completely ridiculous?
going to see is if we can get people to walk in circles that don't make any sense.
A nonsensical tour around a concrete pole. Will they do it? Guess. Amazing.
Now let's see what they do when they enter this circle.
A few minutes ago, he was a man with his dignity intact. Now he's walking in circles in a public lobby, all because his brain is compelling him to do so in spite of himself.
It's funny, but I think one thing that makes it so shocking is how easy it was.
So as we've just seen, we're hardwired to follow the rules, no matter how ridiculous. And as Saul's just shown us, nobody gets you to follow the rules quite like a person in a uniform.